Hi everybody, welcome to the Tournament Center here at Pro Tour Cons of Tarkir in Honolulu, Hawaii. I'm Brian David Marshall. I'm joined by two-time Grand Prix champion from last season, John Stern. And John, you were sitting down at a pretty interesting stack draft table. You had a nice little wedge of high quality players right around you. What are you thinking about as you sit down to that draft table?
That's gonna be a tough pod. It's the third PT in a row where I've had Reed in my first pod.
Yeah.
So I basically thought I'd play him first round again. But yeah, do my best.
So what happens when you know, like, Jeremy Desani's passing you, you know you're passing to Seth Manfield, everybody's very accomplished and limited of the three of you. Does that affect, is there any decisions that affects for you?
I basically would trust their card evaluation a little more, so more likely to pick up on a signal and not worry too much about maybe the wrong card being taken.
Sure.
But that's basically it. I still draft the way I would normally draft.
Okay. And what are you looking to draft when you sit down in this format? What's your preferred strategy?
My preferred strategy at the start of the draft is to stay flexible. I prefer taking one color cards rather than gold cards if I can. I like being in maybe two colors that are in enemy colors, so I can go into one or two guilds or just play two-colored aggro deck.
So that would be like white and black, or
yeah, from white-black I can pick up green cards and go Abzan, or pick up red cards and go Mardu, basically.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, let's see what you had to work with as you sat down to the draft. This is your first pack. Walk us through the cards you're considering out of this pack.
Okay, well, the three best cards in this pack I think are Debilitating Injury, Enoch Bonkin, and Timely Hordemate. Rough Rider's okay as well. I think Debilitating Injury is the best card. There's two white cards that I expect to be taken soon after, so I think it was a clear first pick, Debilitating Injury.
Okay, so let's take a look. We see that you took the Debilitating Injury, and again, Mardu Rough Rider, that might be something a lot of people are tempted by, but you're thinking that that's three colors and you want to avoid that in your early picks.
It's a 5-mana card that can't morph. Regardless of the color, it's probably the worst of the 4 cards anyway.
Okay.
So.
All right, let's move along. So then you get past this pack. And so what are you thinking about as you look at this? Now you know you have the Debilitating Injury. You want to stay black?
Yeah, this is a pretty weak pack. I didn't really have to think too much about it. The Skull Hunter is very good in a lot of the black aggro decks. The second card I would consider is probably the white-green duel, but I'll stay on color and take a black card here.
Okay, and then we see that you did take the Skull Hunter. And what are you thinking about at this point as we look at your next pack? And you know you have these two cards. What are you thinking you want to see?
I would like to see, I'd like to see a black card, but basically, this pack's pretty weak. I'm actually kind of a fan of the Molting Snakeskin in a lot of the aggro decks. That's probably what I took. I ended up with a bunch of those.
Actually, it looks like you took Dismal Backwater.
Yeah, that's sure. Okay. I knew taking that card I probably won't play it. Right. I think I would prefer to be a black-white deck or a black-red deck. Black-blue only fits in one guild, but it keeps me flexible, and I guess I didn't really want to take a weaker card at this point.
Okay, so let's go to pick 4, and now pick 4. You see again we see a black-red duel. We see the Bloodfell Caves, the Mardu Heartpiercer though. That's got to be a big signal for you when you get past that card fourth pick.
I was happy to see that, especially because I had passed those 2 white cards and black-white, which is an archetype I really like. I would normally look to draft that, but
yeah, let's take a look. You do take the Heartpiercer. Next pack, please. We see, I guess Scoured Barrens. Is that a card you're thinking about here?
Yeah, I mean, I also considered Feat of Resistance was a very good card, and if I hadn't passed those white cards and thinking the people on my left were white, I would have taken it.
All right, let's take a look.
Probably took fixing.
So how many fixes? Let's take a look at the 6th pick in this pack. And this to me was huge. A 6th pick Debilitating Injury.
Yeah, that's great. I expect blacks open.
Do you think about Bear's Companion?
No, not even. The next card I would take is the black-red duel.
Okay, so you'd go Bloodfell Caves after the injury, but you take the injury. Okay, so now we go into pack 2. There's some more picks there, but let's take a look. And this is a question I want to know the answer to. Okay. I want to know Ponyback Brigade or Mardu Horde Chief.
Horde Chief, in my opinion, is a much better card, but I was already kind of pigeonholing myself. I got the Heartpiercer pretty late. I thought black-red splash white was my archetype, or just black-red, and I decided that Ponyback I can play off just Skylands if I need, or just
give us the check mark. There you go. Yeah. Pick 2. That's now you're getting rewarded here for Or are you getting punished? I'm not sure, depending on your feeling about
no,
being
I was
three colors.
obviously happy to get the Butcher. I've left it out of 2-color decks before, but I think I have the pony back. I'm incentivized to
So
splash
there
already.
you see Butcher the Horde, pick 3 now. So you've been cooperating with your neighbors, and what are you thinking about in the
I'm thinking they should have rewarded me for that, and they didn't. So I probably took the 1/5 flyer.
Let's take a look. Yeah, there you go. Sage Eye Harrier, Morph, also a 1/5 flyer, and then pick 4. Really, there's not a lot going on here.
Yeah.
What do you think is going on to your right, or to your left?
I think he's white, and I think that there's a good chance that I'm fighting over another color as well.
Let's take a look at what you did here. So you take the Summit Prowler.
Yeah, my plan is to go black-red at this point and just splash the Butcher and the pony back.
Pick 5.
And now I have to put more planes in my deck because I got an Ankle Shanker.
Well, Ankle Shaker, I mean, that's one of the premium rares, though, if you're going to be
great.
Mardu.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's take a look and finally hear nothing super exciting. I'm going to guess Trumpet Blast.
It's a card I really like, but I don't think it's great in my deck.
Let's take a look. Yeah, there you go. Trumpet Blast, great with the Pony Back Brigade, right?
Yeah.
So in pack 3 now. And we see the Pony Back Brigade again.
Yeah.
Is that what you took?
I think so, but I think the Horde Mate's better, but I just...
But again, you're trying to minimize...
I was worried about the mana. The mana is so important in this format, so...
So let's go to pick 2 here. Feat of Resistance, obviously very tempting. You know, where did we go?
I knew at this point there's no way I was going to be able to play the feat. I think I took Summit Prowler.
There you go. So again, you're focusing on red-black, and then your third color is splashed in your morphs, and then maybe at the high end on a couple of rares, right? Let's take a look now at pick 3. That red-white, the scarred crag has got to be tempting you.
I really like the 0/4 and the War Trigger, but I needed fixing for sure.
Yep, and so that's what you do. So that you get free white mana for your deck this way.
Yep.
Comes out of your.
That's my second white duel, so I still need to play some planes, but I'm looking okay.
Okay, let's take a look. Pick 4. There's a Mardu Horde Chief.
Yeah.
You're not white though, is what you've been telling me. So we go down lower left here.
I ended up taking the 1/2, which I think is an excellent card, but unfortunately I didn't end up playing it because I just couldn't fix the mana.
Okay.
But yeah.
So pick 5. So that's great. A second Skull Hunter.
Yep.
That's got to be where you went. Let's take a look. Excellent. And then finally pick 6 here. Where did you go? Oh, well, look at that.
A second Butcher. I guess it's better.
A second Butcher.
I guess
the
it's
Horde.
better than the 3/3. So yeah, I took that.
So how do you make the mana work for this deck? What did you end up doing just land-wise?
I'm playing 9 black. I'm basically a black deck, splashing white and red. I have 9 black sources, 6 red and 5 white. I ended up playing a banner, which gives me 1 more of each, but I probably didn't need to. I have morphs, a lot of morphs that, the white 1/5. I played the 3/6, the 5/3s. So if I can't cast it,
so you can hide your white face down, essentially.
Yeah, I played the Butcher off my War Trigger because I didn't have white mana. So,
okay, all right. Well, there you go. John Stern talking to us. He'd like to be 2-color, splashing for some powerful rares. We'll check back in on you later today, see how you're doing. Sending it back from the Tournament Center.